In today's LEGO Star Wars review, we're going to be taking a look at yet another Grandpa Clone Customs minifigure, their Phase 2 Shock Trooper. Now, with the upcoming Coruscant Guard Republic gunship coming in September of this year, I thought it would be cool to grab one of these figures to compare to LEGO's next version of a Phase 2 Shock Trooper. We've seen two Coruscant Guard themed Shock Troopers in the past, the last one being from 2014. So LEGO releasing a new Shock Trooper is great, but this awful helmet mold design is going to plague these new troopers. Now, theoretically, we may have a solution to this problem already, GCC and their replica Phase 2 helmets. But this figure is 100% pad printed on a GCC replica helmet and a LEGO torso and legs. It also includes a black LEGO head. As always, the GCC Phase 2 replica helmet is great, it is very well made, and is of great quality. The helmet printing on this figure is accurate to what we see in universe, and also continues LEGO's formula of the latest style of animated Phase 2 visor printing, which is great. The print seems to be very similar to what LEGO is going to be producing, with the print only really being applied to the face of the helmet. The red marking that runs along the top of the helmet stops about halfway, just like LEGO's does. Now, this isn't accurate to what the figure looks like, but as I've said before, the great thing about Grandpa Clone Customs is their similarity to what LEGO currently produces. Now, I'm fine with GCC replicating this method because, in my opinion, one of the greatest downfalls of custom minifigures is the glaringly obvious difference in detail on a figure. For example, a Clone Army Customs figure looks fantastic, but when you stand one of their custom figures next to an official LEGO figure, the custom figure really stands out, which in some cases is great, but in other cases, it's nice to have a custom figure that blends in a little better with official LEGO. Now, I'll admit, this is a weird thing to like. LEGO should be producing a high level of detail, always, but sometimes simple is better. The torso of this figure is also very simply done. It replicates LEGO's Clone Trooper torso design and applies proper color accuracy and detail accuracy. This figure is also featured with all red arms, which I feel like should have been normal white arms. This was debated when the 2020 501st Legion Clone Troopers set came out. The big debate was whether or not the 501st Clone Troopers should have had blue arms or not, because for the first time since 2007, Clone Troopers of a certain Legion didn't have completely matching colored arms. I personally like normal troopers to have white arms instead of color-matched arms. I think for commanders or captains, that's cool, so it can differentiate them a little bit more, but this is just all my personal preference. The leg details on this figure are nice, but again, taking after LEGO's formula of printing red on the legs, representing what we see in universe, which is all red lower half legs. Now, one thing to note here is that Grandpa Clone Customs does offer a dual molded option for this figure, with the dual molded white and red legs, but I chose to go with the printed option. I personally prefer the dual molded leg option, but this is fine. The markings themselves on the legs look great and look accurate. So other than the dual molded issues there, the legs are great. This figure cost me $18, which is honestly a really good deal in today's Shock Trooper market. This is a perfect situation if you wanted to army build good quality LEGO-ish Shock Troopers. I will take the lack of dual molded legs for that $18 price point. I'll be interested to see how much LEGO's official new Shock Trooper sells for on the aftermarket once this new gunship is released. It might just be better to buy all of your Shock Troopers from GCC. So overall, this is a great figure, and I absolutely would recommend. With the upcoming Coruscant Guard gunship, LEGO's Shock Troopers are going to look basically like this, but with white arms and a terribly molded helmet. So I think army building these figures for $18 would be just fine. In my opinion, this is going to be the best way to get good quality, accurate looking Shock Troopers for the foreseeable future. Thank you for stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, please check out my other LEGO Star Wars and other LEGO product reviews on the end screen now.